morning, guys. I'm coming at you from Holiday World here in Santa Claus, Indiana. This is my second time here this year. I will be here for one day. We got 10 to 8, so I don't think it'll be quite dark enough for a pitch black voyage night ride, but I imagine by the time the park closes, it'll be pretty close to being dark. So we'll be getting on that a couple times throughout the day, and I'm also excited to get back on Raven and Legend to see how those two are running, and I'm also excited to get back on Thunderbird, which shouldn't be a surprise to you. Thunderbird in particular was one of the main focus points of Hollywood Nights because I did what I call the Thunderbird percent speed runs, where I time myself to see how fast I could get up to Thunderbird from 4 different vantage points. And actually, by 4, I mean 3 different ones that I did the 4th of July staging area twice. This is a bit of a bonus run because I did not expect to get back here this year. So we're gonna see how that goes once the park opens, which is in about 20 minutes. And my current PB is 2 minutes and 53 seconds. I'm trying to shoot for a sub 250 run at some point. Will today be the day? I'm not sure. I'll have to give it a go and see how I do. And in terms of my total time, which I mentioned that at the end of my Hollywood Nights vlog, 12 minutes and 11 seconds. I forgot what exactly my average time was. It was like 3 minutes and 3 seconds, I think it was. I'll have to double check the Hollywood Nights vlog and then I'll update you guys what my average time was. After doing a quick check, my average run time was 3 minutes and 3 seconds, which is just over a 3-minute pace. So I'm not sure if my bonus run will have anything to do with changing that. I'll find out at the end of the day when I see how fast I get up to Thunderbird this morning and account that into the speedrun stats of the year. The reason I'm especially excited to ride Thunderbird is because I rode a couple other wing coasters this summer, including X-Flight, Gatekeeper, and one that I'm especially intrigued to compare it to, Rapterra. I rode Rapterra for the first time exactly 1 month ago from today as of when this is being recorded, and I think Rapterra is the second best wing coaster in this country after Thunderbird. So I'm really intrigued to see how Thunderbird's gonna run because I think Thunderbird is a little smoother, more intense, and just overall a better ride experience than Rapterra. We're gonna go up there first thing naturally, get a couple rides on that, and then we'll go down the voyage. One mistake I'm not doing this year, when I was last here for Labor Day weekend, which is in 2023, I did Raven an hour after the park opened and I had to wait over an hour for it. So I'm not gonna be doing that again this time. So I'm gonna wait till the mid-afternoon when that should be a shorter wait to go get on that. Also, I'll save that time for Good Gravy and I'll try and do Legends sometime around that time as well. But also I do want to try and ride Howler again for the memes because I didn't do that during Hollywood Nights. So make sure you guys watch to the end so you can see how today goes. Final time was 3:08. And somehow that one beat me here. People never beat me out to Thunderbird, but here's 2 people that have better endurance than me, so they got away with it. Should be on first ride of the day though, regardless.
Facing forward at all times with your head against the headrest and hold on to the handlebar.
In, 2 on the right wing, 1 on the left wing, and I gotta say, this thing absolutely bodies every other wing coaster in the country. The launch definitely wasn't as intense as I remembered it being, but other than that, I thought it was phenomenal. Now I'm gonna go down to the voyage and get on that, and see how that compares to all the other coasters I rode this summer. I just realized that day one of Hollywood Nights was 3 months ago from today, and the weather today is a very nice contrast to what it was 3 months ago. Hollywood Nights day one, if you were there, or if you saw my vlog from it, then you may recall that the weather on day one was absolutely atrocious for the first half of the day. All the rides were down a good chunk of the first half of the day, and they didn't reopen until the evening, I think. It's really nice to be here at Hollywood World with clear blue sky, not a single cloud in the sky or anything like that. Beautiful temperature too, just overall great day to be here. On the next train on Voyage, and as I always do, let's go over all of the notable coaches that run through the last road this, and there were a lot of them through the last road this. These coaches are Zim and Zippo, Lion, Max Force, American Eagle, Formal Express, All-American Triple, Beast, Ryan, Diamondback, Top Wheel 2, Millennium Force, Maverick, Steel Vengeance, Pantheon, Polished Chariot, Twisted Timbers, and Rap Terra. Those are just some of the major coaches I rode this year. I know there's some others that people consider to be really good, like Raging Bull, which that is an open one, but personally I'm not a fan of it. I'm super excited to ride this and see how it compares, because it's still my #1 coaster. So let's take a ride on this and see how it's running today. This ride for me, it continues to blow my mind. Even though the mid-course is trimming very hard, which is not Hollywood Nights, so naturally that had the trims on. I didn't mind though. That thing was running absolutely unhinged, especially in terms of laterals. I don't remember the laterals being that strong even when riding it trimless a couple months ago. So this thing is running so good today, and I'm excited for the dark ride later on. Now I'm gonna correct another mistake I made during my Labor Day weekend trip here in 2023, and that of course is getting on Gobbler Doing. I was not able to ride this in 2023 over Labor Day because that line was always huge. It was through like all the switchbacks. So we're gonna correct that by doing it right now. the best I've ever done without stacking. I got 2730, which usually there's some stacking involved if I get that high. There was nothing today, so that was awesome. I'm trying to decide if I should wait for Legend right now because that line is rather long. And given how it's not the warmest out, I'm not sure how many people are going into the water park today. So I know that I'm gonna have to wait regardless, but it's just a matter of whether or not I give it a go right now, which honestly, I think I might give it a try, see how fast the line moves, and hopefully we'll be on pretty quick. But he understands he was doing 25 after my ride during Hollywood Nights. I still can't quite put it up there right now, but man, that thing continues to blow my mind every single time I ride it. Now, I think I'm gonna check Raven since I'm in the general area and see how this line is. Now, Legends line went to some of the switchbacks. Raven's line isn't through them right now, so this seems like it might be pretty short wait, so let's give it a go.
Welcome back, guys. How was your ride?
fifth drop being quite rough. There was a pretty gnarly jolt to it, which I don't remember from a few months ago. And then obviously that one long right turn in the second half had that one jolt in it too. So that's two jolts that could be addressed. Knowing how Holiday World does a great job maintaining these woodies, I wouldn't be surprised to see the second half receive the same TLC that the first half got in 2021. Since Raven is a station weight right now, let's give the second back row a shot and see how it is in the back. Did the second back row on Raven, and while it was really good, it is definitely not smooth back there. There were more rough patches than up front, but I gotta say, the fifth drop, while strong, wasn't even the best part of the ride. One drop in the first half absolutely launched me, and I wasn't ready for it. I'm talking about the one after the turn that follows the tunnel, so the second drop on the ride, if you will. I was really surprised to see that hill have stronger airtime than the fifth drop for today. Scott and Ryan are gonna be on Jungle Racer. They want me to film them on it, so let's go take a look. The line's over there. What is wrong with you two? Y'all have lost your mind. Like, I have never seen someone get air like that on one of these mat races. That was...
I had my upper body, he had his lower body. I almost freaking flew off.
When I saw Scott get launched, my jaw dropped. I'm like, what the heck? You guys are absolutely absurd for doing that. Was gonna ride Good Gravy, but it went down because Holiday World said of some error. I'm just gonna assume it's technical difficulties. So, in the meantime, let's try and get a second ride on Voyage while waiting for Good Gravy to open up. And then if Good Gravy still isn't reopened by the time we get off Voyage, I'll do Gobbler Getaway again. That line is short. And then I'll hop on Good Gravy. Voyage and Gobbler Getaway are both no-goes for right now. Voyage's line was underneath the station through some of those extra switchbacks, so that's probably an hour wait. And then Gobbler Getaway's line was even longer than earlier, so maybe the play is to wait it out a Good Gravy and see if that reopens. So overall, not too bad. I would like to try the back row later if I have time, which it's 3 o'clock now and the clock closes to 8, so we don't have a ton of time left. That's what I want to get done. I do want to try Voyage a few more times. Thunderbird, I would like to do a few more times. I want to try Legend in the second and back row because I've never done the second back row on that. I've done the very back, but not the second back. And also try that out front again. Maybe try Raven one more time as well. Voyage's line doesn't look too bad right now. Looks like it's shorter than it was earlier. So let's give this a go in the second and back row. Then we'll go up to Thunderbird, do some laps on that.
Rider gets his or her own. Keep it fastened, please, until the train has come to a complete stop in the station.
During the ride, please keep your...
From his crew, whoever is free to say, enjoy the ride.
Voyage in the second and back row is pure unadulterated chaos. That thing is running so aggressive now. Now I'm gonna go up towards Thunderbird, do a few more rides on that, and then maybe go over and do Legend and Raven again. Thunderbird is so good. 2 more rides on it, 1 more on each wing, and this thing definitely sped up from earlier. It was running a lot faster. On my left wing ride just now, I had a really long greyhound that lasted from the Immelman all the way to the top of the first overbank. So that's how good this thing was running. I'm probably gonna go do Legend and Raven, and then I also do want to try and get on Howler at some point, but I'm not 100% sure now that I'm kind of losing time. Just rode Legend in the second to back row, and that thing is incredible in that seat. Airtime was really solid, not too rough other than this one jolt in Splash and Safari, but it's nothing to complain about, and it was overall an awesome experience. First time trying the back of the train since 2022, and like I said earlier, my first time ever riding the second to back, so I definitely should try the second back row from now on, but I still think this is definitely a front row ride, which speaking of it, I'm gonna go try the front row on Legend right now since it's the station way, and then we'll go see how it's running compared to earlier today. I swear, that thing keeps getting better and better every single time I ride it. The laterals are always leaving me speechless. The airtime is good. Very good ride. Although, I don't get why people say it's better than Forge. I know some people are out there that say that, but I definitely do not agree with that because if that was the case, it'd be my favorite coaster, which it's not even top 25 for me as of right now. So, I don't know why people say it's better than Voyage, but it's still very, very good regardless. Now let's do Raven one more time, then probably go ride Howler for the memes. Tried the second to back row on Raven again to see if my ride earlier today was a fluke because Raven can be inconsistent. It was not a fluke. The ride I had just now was even better. So Raven might be back in my top 50. I'd have to decide, but it's darn close to it if it's not in the top 50. So you'll have to wait till our top 50 50 comes out to see where Raven ranks for me. If it makes the top 50 or not, that is. To Holidog's Fun Town, and I know I don't have to ride Howler, but like I said before, I'm doing it for the memes. Plus, I would have done it during Hollywood Nights during Howler ERT. That was on night 1 instead of night 2, so there weren't as many people over here, so I figured I wouldn't bother with it. So let's do Howler right now and see how this thing is running, even though it's just a standard Grand Prix family gravity coaster. Is an absolute riot. I did it in the back row. Definitely one of the rougher Zamperla family gravity coasters I've ridden, but it was very silly. So I'm glad I did it, but I don't feel the need to do it anytime soon, unless I come back here for Hollywood Nights in 2026. Now I'm gonna go down towards Gobbler Getaway, try and get on that one more time, and then get one, if not 2 more rides on Voyage to end the day. back row on Voyage for a second time, and it was just as crazy as earlier. So overall, I have no complaints. It is darker right now than what I thought it would be. So I have a feeling my last ride on Voyage, which is obviously gonna be in the front row, I feel like this is gonna be diabolical, even though the mid-course is turned on.
What the actual frick was that?
Even though the mid-course is trimming so hard, that felt darn close to a trimless ride with how fast that was. Like, that was nuts. Definitely the best ride of the day, and it's not even close. Goodness, that was good. In terms of my ride count from today, it was 5 on Thunderbird, 4 on Voyage, 3 on Legend and Raven, 2 on Howler, and then 1 on Good Gravy and Gobbler Getaway. In terms of highlights, Raven was running amazing, especially in the second and back. Legend was running great. That last ride on Voyage was diabolical. I would say every coaster here was running great today. And as I said before, I'm gonna see how the bonus run that I did to Thunderbird today factors into my average run time for this year. With the runs I got during Hollywood Nights, I got 12 minutes and 11 seconds. Add in the 3 minutes and 8 seconds I got today, and my run time was 15 minutes, 19 seconds. That's a total of 919 seconds, which if you divide that by 5, you get 183.8. You round that up, that's 184 seconds, meaning when factoring the bonus run in, my average run time was 3 minutes and 4 seconds, which is a 1 second average increase from Hollywood Nights. Personally, I'm surprised it didn't increase my average run time by more than a second. Then again, I think my slowest time might have been like a 3:05 or something. I don't remember off the top of my head how fast my slowest run was during Hollywood Nights, but you guys can go check the vlog to see for yourself what that was like. While I was getting my last ride on Voyage, what did you get?
We did Voyage like at 7:45, and then we ran to Legend, and they were gonna close the line, and we're like, wait, and they let us in. So we got the last ride of the night on Legend. There was no dead space whatsoever. The Helix normally stalls out, did not. It's now in my top 25. It is the best ride I have ever gotten on Legend out of the 30 I've done. Do you want to freaking go?
I never thought I'd see the day where I'd be a Legend believer.
But you are now.
I am a Legend believer.
Nice.
I'm joining the dark side.
Let's go.
The dark side. Which is kind of funny because
Like,
like Legends
Helix, like not having like a dead spot, like fix every issue with the ride, because that means it's running faster. So the finale is gonna be way better. Also, it's like a little section of track after the Helix where it doesn't do a whole lot.
But it's like speed.
But like it feels fast, and you're like so dead from the Helix because it's like 15 straight seconds of just like laterals.
Like strong
like
lateral.
quite strong laterals. So you like don't even notice a dead spot because you need the time to recover
from the Helix. And then you get just pops of airtime like a
And then you
GCI
just-
finale.
It's like, it's violent.
It's a violent GCI finale.
It is.
We're not going to reveal where it ranks in your top 25. Let's wait for that video to come out.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed those teasers throughout the video as to what our top 50 could potentially look like in terms of how it was shaken up. And before we click off this video, please be sure to leave a like if you haven't done so already. Be sure to comment what you enjoyed about this video, and be sure to share it with someone else you may know. If you're new to the channel and like what we saw, please consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd appreciate you subscribing and turn the bell on to get notified every time I upload a new video. I also have an Instagram account for the pictures I take whenever I visit the parks. Be sure to check me out there as well via the link in the description. As for my next vlog, there is one larger park we're doing and 2 FECs that are going to be tomorrow. The first of those 3 is going to be Malibu Jacks in Louisville. So that'll be the next vlog, so stay tuned for that. Until then, I'll see you later.